Welcome to the Big Dog Lakers pod, everybody.
Woof woof.
BDLP.
I'm one of your hosts, Ryan Shoemaker, with
Alex Hanna
and
Kevin Macias.
And we got 14 seconds left in this
first half
of the preseason game. Warriors at Lakers. Back in Staples, we got a live stream going on, watching this game. Zach Norville looking good.
JaVale McGee looking great.
John Stockton's son,
David Stockton,
looking a little good.
He hit like a couple threes, got some assists.
He'll be back at work at the car wash, whatever car wash he was working at.
His dad's car wash.
His dad's car wash, yeah. All right, it's halftime, 48-55 Lakers. Looking pretty good. Warriors killer, as we're called.
Yeah, LeBron James still hasn't lost a game to the Warriors.
No,
while he's played.
Yeah,
he's been injured for a lot of games. But,
yeah, we're coming at the king, which is the Warriors, right?
I think they've been dethroned.
Yeah, they probably have.
They're like, in Lord of the Rings when the king is like cursed by that lord.
Yeah.
And he slowly becomes like evil and his empire like crumbles.
You're talking about when King Theoden was tricked by Wormtongue.
Yeah.
Tricked by the wizard Sauron.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who was also tricked by the Lord Sauron.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin is dead. Kevin has died.
Wow.
I would talk about Lord of the Rings.
Good job making
anytime.
it this far, fans, because even I wanted to fucking kill myself during that.
So, we got this game going on. This is going on as we record, as we speak.
Isn't it amazing to know that right now we are talking about the Los Angeles Lakers at the exact same time that LeBron James is walking into the locker room to find out he has set off an incident? He doesn't even know right now.
No, he knows.
You think he knows?
Because he wouldn't have tweeted about it earlier today.
He tweeted So did you see the video where he pulls the thing over his face?
Yeah.
That's literally 4 minutes after the tweet.
Don't just say. You got to explain what happened.
So LeBron decided that, hey, we made it to China. We made it out. Nobody murdered us while we were in our hotels. Nobody held us hostage. Now's the time to come out and talk about Daryl Morey. And, maybe critique him a little bit. Say, hey, you seemed misinformed. You don't know what you're talking about. Maybe you should be careful and not talk about things that you don't know. You have freedom of speech, but that comes with consequences. And Daryl Morey was misinformed. And then when he saw that people were not too hyped on those comments, he sent out a tweet that said, hey, I was commenting on Daryl's tweet. I was not commenting on the content. Save that for other people to talk about. All I'm saying is, think before you tweet.
Right.
Something along those lines. I don't have them in front of me. I feel like I nailed it.
This is what he said. The first tweet was, let me clear up the confusion. I do not believe there was any consideration for the consequences and ramifications of the tweet. I'm not discussing the substance. Others can talk about that. My team, and then second tweet, my team and this league just went through a difficult week. I think people need to understand what a tweet or statement can do to others. And I believe nobody stopped and considered what would happen, and this could have waited a week to send it.
This guy had a week and a half, 2 weeks, to come up with just the most perfect statement that he could have.
Nothing.
And that's what he comes up with.
You know what's crazy is everybody's like, these guys got teams.
Right.
And I really don't know if they got teams.
I
don't know if they got teams of people that are like, hey, let's write this out.
Well, he has Maverick Carter.
Maverick wasn't even in China. We saw him there cursing Clayton Kershaw as he was fucking blowing the Dodgers' chance to win a World Series.
He was behind home plate in a red jacket.
In red.
Yeah.
Did you say I had to bring it up?
Yeah, I said that.
He was behind home plate.
He was.
It was a weird red,
He was not wearing
too.
Dodgers blue.
No.
You know what? It's a
Maverick
weird
Carter
red, too.
It
looked like a Washington red.
I haven't seen anything that red
and
since,
I am saying us. Maverick Carter fucked us.
Since this guy's sweater.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Again.
Whose side? Are you on Maverick Carter's side?
People who aren't watching right now, you got to explain what's going on.
Oh, we have a live stream. Check into us.
That I'm wearing
Go follow us at Big Dog Liquor Pod at gmail.com. You know why the S is missing.
You don't follow
or on
Gmail
Twitter.
account.
I know, I said it wrong. Or Twitter and Instagram, Big Dog Liquors Pod. And you can follow us on live stream. I've been trying to post the whole time.
Yeah.
Instagram won't let me put up the YouTube link. But if you follow us on Facebook, we have the YouTube link. You can see Ryan in a red sweater that looks suspiciously like the red that Maverick Carter was wearing behind home plate on the game where Clayton Kershaw blew the chances for the Dodgers to make it to the World Series. And it's like...
You should follow us on Twitter if you...
Yeah, it's on Twitter.
Oh, we're up on Twitter.
We're up on Twitter.
Okay, LeBron James. He did have a team, and this is the best that his team could come up with.
Ooh, boy, get a new team.
So this is what he originally said after the tweets that came out where to an interviewer, he said this. I think that's another situation that should have stayed behind closed doors. Whether this is in reaction, do you think Daryl should have been reprimanded for the tweet? I think that we all sit back and learn from the situation that happened, understand that you could tweet or you could say, yes, we all have a freedom of speech. Yes, what we do of that freedom of speech, but at times, that's all messed up, but at times there are ramifications for the negative that can happen when you're not thinking about others and you're only thinking about yourself. Well, he's thinking about the people in China who are currently, or the people in Hong Kong who are currently suffering under the Chinese dictatorship.
Yeah, protesting for their freedom.
Yeah, protesting for his freedom. I don't want to get into a situation, words or sentence feud with Daryl Morey, but I believe he wasn't educated on the situation at hand, and he spoke, and so many people could have been harmed, not only financially, but physically, emotionally, and spiritually.
Oh my God, the spiritually part is the part that got it.
So just be careful.
That's the kind of shit you say when you move here from Cleveland and your friends are like, "Oh, great, LeBron's gone Hollywood."
He has one leather bracelet now. Yeah.
I'm just LeBron is right as of right now, 8:49 p.m. LeBron is trending, and I'm like going through the tweets. It's just pissing me off. That's because the takes are just as bad from people.
Oh, they're horrible takes.
LeBron's take, ultra horrible. It's like galaxy brain horrible.
Yeah.
And then in a different galaxy right next to that is all the people's takes on LeBron's galaxy brain terrible take.
Yeah, it's a horrible take that people are trying to shift into him saying that it's like a monumental experience. Yeah. And it's not that monumental. It's like a guy who is trying to stick up for Hong Kong and in Daryl Morey and LeBron, because, and I understand his like how he was upset with the situation because he was the one in China who could have been
that's why he's mad. That's definitely why he's mad. Yeah, I had to be in China when you made your comment. That's not nice of you. And it has nothing to do with my shoe deal or with
it has to do with
the raised cap or the team that I want to buy in the future.
Apparently, Kuz was gonna like announce a lot of different Chinese endorsements and sponsorships, and that just all got canceled. Like multiple sponsorships, and that all just got canceled.
He had like 3 sponsorship deals on the table.
Did they pull from him, or did they just say let's not announce now?
They pulled from him.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So this is let's round out this quote and then talk about it. So just be careful. This is LeBron. So just be careful what we tweet and what we say and what we do. Even though yes, we do have freedom of speech, but there can be a lot of negative that comes with that too. And then this is about more on Daryl not being informed. That's just my belief. I don't know. That's my belief. That's all I can say. I believe he was either misinformed or not really educated about the situation. And if he was, then so be it. But I have no idea. And it's like he probably doesn't know about China either, the Hong Kong situation. That's just my belief. When you say or do things and the people that can be affected by it and the families and the individuals and everyone that can be affected by it, some things can be changed, and and also sometimes social media is not the proper way to go about things as well. That's just my belief.
Didn't this guy do a social media campaign about being more than an athlete with Uber? Okay.
And he's been tweeting about more than an athlete all day today.
Because Nike's been releasing an Air Force One that just says more than an athlete written all over it.
Yeah. And merch that says more than an athlete.
Has Daryl Morey said anything besides like an original thing like, oh, sorry about that?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, I don't think he said anything.
He apologized for the tweet.
But that was like right after, right?
Yeah, that was right after.
Here's the thing I do agree with LeBron on is that the owners, GMs, people up in management can say this and just retreat back and not do anything or say anything more.
Yeah.
Besides maybe Adam Silver. And even then, Adam Silver can just put out a statement and be done with it. The coaches and the players are the ones who have to go out there, who are contractually obligated to go in front of the media and say whatever, answer all these questions.
If we didn't want to see Genie Bus for 9 months, we don't have to.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I do agree with LeBron about that a GM said something and now a player not even on the same team has to deal with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That seems wrong.
That is wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, and I agree with LeBron's point of like if there was a player that said this type of thing and the firestorm was swept off because a player said this thing, the player would probably deal with the consequences of that tweet.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem like Daryl Morey is dealing with the consequences of the tweet within the NBA.
Yeah.
Which I understand his frustration with that, but it's like if you think that a player shouldn't be fired from his job for a tweet that set off the storm, then Daryl Morey also would. If you respect a player, you should respect the GM who's in that same situation.
Also, Daryl Morey will go out and talk to people. We do hear from Daryl Morey like once a week throughout the season.
Right.
He is around. He's popping around.
Except for the past 2 weeks.
I don't know if he's gone into hiding or if he's gone into an imposed hiding.
Right, that's true.
I think Adam Silver's been like, hey, can you go hide for, until October 22nd? Please just go do something else. And what really sucks is about LeBron talking, this was dying. It felt dead.
Yeah.
It felt almost dead.
Well, it felt like all the reporters were trying to get a piece, and they got the piece from LeBron. What he should have said just like, I'm not answering the question.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't need to be so casually transparent about something that you don't know anything about. Because he didn't even speak about the tweet. Like, he just spoke about how he felt about the tweet, which is dumb to keep the conversation burning like that.
Yeah.
I just wanted to talk about which Laker player would be Gimli and which one would be Legolas.
What's Gimli?
Gimli is the dwarf, son of. I wish I knew.
Well, Rondo's Gimli.
No, I don't think Rondo's Gimli.
Yeah, because he's a little crotchety.
Yeah.
And he doesn't like anybody fucking with him.
And then deep down, he's a big teddy bear.
Yeah, he's a big
Who
teddy
likes
bear.
People fucking with him? Hey, you can fuck with me. I love it. Who's that? I've never heard anyone say that.
That's all I wanted to talk about. Every week, which Laker player is which Ninja Turtle? You know,
Anthony Davis is Legolas.
Which one? Who would be Michelangelo though in Ninja Turtles? The party one who just Kuz.
Yeah, Kuz.
Kuz is Michelangelo.
Kuz is Michelangelo.
Yeah. Who's the nerd Donatello? Also Rondo.
Yep.
Yeah. That's all I want to talk about. But now LeBron has forced us into this corner. And we're in the middle of it. This is going to be a big story tomorrow morning because when Skip Bayless gets his hand on this, when Skip and Shannon get their hands on this, it's going to be even bigger.
Yeah.
You know what? I got to admit, I don't even know where to listen to that show. For how
Fox
popular
Sports?
It is.
Oh, is it?
If they don't clip it and put it on my Instagram, I really don't know where to go to find it at what time at all.
Oh yeah, I haven't had cable in years.
I don't have cable. Yeah. If it's on the radio, I don't even know what radio station in Los Angeles plays Fox Sports.
Isn't it Fox Sports, the station?
Oh yeah.
Which station is that?
It's 570.
Yeah.
But they play their own. They don't play what's on TV.
What?
Except Colin Cowherd. That's a thing
Colin
where
Cowherd
they play they stream, they show on TV what is recorded in studio.
Oh, okay.
But he just does a really long podcast, pretty much.
Yeah.
Right now
He does 3-hour show.
Yeah.
Either way, so the takes of this about LeBron are bad. And then I mean, my brain is just fried thinking about all of this because you have to watch out where the source of these takes are coming from. And you see a tweet that's 10K retweets, and then you look and it's the Daily Wire, which is a Ben Shapiro ultra conservative website, calling this a disaster for LeBron James. And it's well, you're purposefully ignoring that you are anti Colin Kaepernick and you're ignoring Donald Trump not talking about Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're purposefully doing that just so they could trash LeBron, who has trashed conservatives and the president.
Yes, they are. You're absolutely right.
I am right, Kevin. Thank you. It's just pissing me off that we got to talk about this. It's actually not pissing me off. I was a political science major, and I like all this stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you majored in poli-sci?
I majored in poli-sci.
Which school
absolutely.
What school did you go to?
Worthless degree.
Which degree was worth anything, if we're being honest? Every person I've met that's graduated college has been this is what I have.
Yeah.
Worthless. They could be in their field. It could be like, oh, I was a public relations major, and I'm the public relations lead for all Polo Ralph Lauren on the West Coast, and my degree was worthless.
Even people with business degrees, they've been like, I didn't learn a thing in college, and it's like, yeah, but you're doing the thing that you got the degree for. Yeah, like you got a marketing degree, and now you're a marketing.
The problem is no movies showed us what to do in college aside from get drunk. And have fun.
Van Wilder.
And those that did it well,
hell yeah,
they just found out later that was called networking.
The only degree worth it is what, like a social media marketing degree 6 years ago, before all the movies and TV shows really got, and Wendy's got on Twitter, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the only good degree. If you don't have that, you're a bum.
But even then, you don't need it. You could just be like a pretty solid 15-year-old girl. I feel like you'd nail it.
Sure. Like Lil Nas X. Yep. He just ran like a Nicki Minaj account for a while.
And then became a famous rapper off that.
Does this make Jordan the confirmed GOAT over LeBron after this whole debacle?
Yeah, Jordan has no skeletons in his closet. None at all.
Yeah, his dad didn't get murdered over gambling debts or whatever.
You're talking about 20 years ago, though.
Yeah, not a problem.
Yeah, now he's just chilling, smacking his rookies in the back of the head, you know?
David Stern didn't ban him from the league for a year. Not at all.
He also has such a good organization within the NBA. Like the Charlotte Hornets, what a bang-up job there.
Solid team.
Solid team.
Beautiful, beautiful city, Charlotte. Queen City. Which I don't get because there's a lot of queen cities in the country. Cincinnati? Queen City.
Where's the king cities? Let me know.
Where are is there a king city?
Wait, what? King what?
Huh? You look down and this turned into an alt-right podcast.
Oh, what? There's a lot of cities in America whose nickname is Queen City. Cincinnati is their nickname's Queen City.
Why is that? Queen.
I think because it's named after Cynthia or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Charlotte,
gotcha.
North Carolina, their nickname is the Queen City.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the Queen.
Or like New York.
Would Louisville then be like a king city?
I guess so, yeah.
Is Louisville based off an English king or
Louis?
A French king?
Yeah, there's a King Louis out there somewhere.
In England or in France?
I'm going to say France.
Sounds French.
So LeBron said the NBA needs to address the China issue before the players.
So that I'm with.
Yeah.
Adam Silver, get out there and say something.
Yeah, Daryl Morey.
You know what? Blow the money. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, but I feel like China and the NBA are trying to repair their relationship right now. So, like, adding another
But the NBA doesn't have anything to repair. The NBA didn't do anything wrong.
I mean...
After the fact, maybe. But initially, they were fine. They promised, we will get you basketball. We will get you something to entertain you, to entertain your citizens, so that they're not paying attention when you're raping and killing and bleeding the lifeblood of all your citizens into the streets.
Right.
We will provide you a distraction. And they did.
Yeah.
And then when they, like, kind of go against their distraction, they get upset.
Yeah.
Unfair.
Woj, like, lost a Chinese show or something?
I think so.
Oh, no.
He lost a show that was going to be affiliated with China or something like that.
Oh, well, ESPN was supposed to do a whole string of shows in China, and that all got canceled also.
But the reason it got canceled, the Woj show specifically, is that he just liked Morey's tweet.
Oh, he liked
So that's it. So like you said, like, it's a tiny thing the NBA did, and even tinier thing that Woj did.
Yeah.
Like, screwed him over.
The thing that sucks about LeBron is I'm sure he would have just been like, wow, that was crazy what Daryl did, right? But, I mean, we have free speech in this country, and even if I don't agree with him, not that I'm saying I do, I back him for having the right. But even that would have gotten, like, his shoe deal cut.
Yeah, I think there's just so many financial ramifications for all of these players that the, like, calculations of whether they should comment on it are totally skewed, like, towards their like, they should not comment on it at all.
And it seems like everybody's finally come to the realization that after a certain point, it's money over everything.
Yeah, well, for the NBA especially.
And Space Jam 2 comes out in 2 years.
Oh no, we're gonna lose that China money.
That's I think the Chinese market is huge for that.
It is, yeah. China's huge for movies now, and a Hollywood movie about basketball. Those Chinese revenues are going up.
Why not still bang on China, and then just go play your games in Hong Kong next year, and just let the Chinese population fight for what they want, because they're not gonna fight. Like, it's the same in America. Like, we're not going to fight for actual freedom, like the concept.
Uh-huh.
Like, you're going to need to take something away. Like, if you took basketball away, people would be like, all right, I'm fucking stabbing some representatives.
Sure.
Like, if you take something, like, tangible away, let them take basketball away in China.
Sure.
Let them become less Western. Let them separate, become their own thing. And slowly, they'll just close themselves back off.
Yeah.
That economy that they're building up because they've opened up to the West will slowly start to collapse. Listen, I will be announcing my campaign for the 2020 president tonight. My running mate.
Right now?
My running mate. Producer Mike. Producer Mike, you in on this? You running with me?
I'm down, dude.
He's in. Speaking of presidents, future presidents, we got a future president talking about the NBA.
President of what?
We'll get back to all this China stuff, but future president of these United States of America, Andrew Yang, came out with his NBA predictions. You guys hear about this? You heard about this? Seen this?
No, I have not.
Nobody knows this.
What did
Nobody knows this.
Yeah, Jay Leno was in front of the Peterson today, so I got inspired. Yeah.
Ryan ran into Jay Leno today, so.
And I beat his ass.
What did Jay Leno do to you?
He fucked over Conan, so I beat his ass.
Oh, you're a Conan head, right?
Yeah, so I beat his ass. Here we go. Here's Andrew Yang's.
Great, now we never get into China, and we're never getting on Jay Leno's
garage. Jay Leno's garage.
I'm not gonna ride in one of those like chariots that also has a motor for some reason. I'm up like real high.
All right, here's his prediction for Western Conference Finals: Clippers over Lakers.
What a hipster.
And in the Eastern Conference Finals, Sixers over the Bucks.
I don't like this at all.
Is Clippers Sixers Finals? How does that sound to you? I feel like that kind of sounds boring, but
that sounds like we would have gotten better ratings if we just went at China.
That's my gut reaction. Is that Clippers Sixers seems kind of boring. I don't know.
Do you think whoever wins the NBA championship, they have to face the Chinese league champion this year?
Oh no!
So they have to play a basketball game for
it's Mecca Yao Ming.
Yeah,
and then for the finals, he has Clippers over the Sixers.
Sure.
For MVP for league MVP, he has Giannis.
I'll tell you what I have. I have
so.
Everybody beating him in the primary. That's what I have.
Me too. Surprise teams: Pacers, Mavs.
No.
Surprise good teams. Surprise bad teams: Celtics and Blazers. And here's the biggest take of them all: Rookie of the Year.
Okay.
You're never gonna guess this one.
I couldn't in a million years.
Zion Williamson.
Oh my god.
It feels like he's just tracking all of the metrics. It's everything that 538 put out.
Yeah. Really? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe Celtics. Yeah, no. Celtics, Blazers. No, Blazers. That's a hot take for a bad team.
That is a hot take for a bad team.
All his other takes, no.
No.
But yeah, Blazers being a bad team. Yeah. Or actually, he didn't even say bad team. He said down year.
I can't wait until we see him in a press conference and he has hot sauce in his purse. It'll be great.
Okay. Just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
Yeah.
Andrew Yang.
Yep.
Yeah. What else is there to talk about, boys?
We did play some games.
We did.
We're playing a game right now.
We played 2 games last week, both against the Nets, and a couple of our dogs watched these games, which happened to be at 3 and 4 in the morning.
I woke up. We both woke up.
For the first game, I woke up.
First game, you woke up?
Yeah.
This was on Tuesday.
I decided, I got it in my head, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to live stream me watching the game.
Uh-huh.
But then I realized at 4 a.m. my wife's asleep.
Yeah.
My dog's asleep.
Uh-huh.
My neighborhood's asleep.
Yeah.
I live in an area where if I talk at night, you can hear me. You hear anything that happens in my area.
And also, it's not like you're quiet while you're
I'm not a quiet person.
The game.
I've never been a quiet person in my life. You can't actually watch the game. And then I was like, you know what? This is a waste of time. I did it for like 10 minutes.
Uh-huh.
And then I was like, I think I'm good.
You actually live streamed?
I did it for 10 minutes.
What did you live stream on?
On Twitter.
Okay.
It was on our Twitter for a while, and then I went through and I just deleted it. I thought it was because I thought it would just look so bad. Like,
it's just you half asleep.
Yeah. I couldn't open my eyes.
Yeah.
I had gone. I didn't go out the night before. That one, I had a good night's sleep, and then came up and did it for the Saturday one.
Explain what you're saying. About
Dwight just had like a steal and then a breakaway dunk, and I thought he was gonna fuck it up so bad.
Did he not?
He didn't fuck it up.
Okay.
Did you guys see that alley-oop to KCP earlier from Caruso?
No.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
I like this squad. I like this team.
Me
They're
too.
fun to watch.
They are fun to watch.
Like-
Except for Katavius Caldwell.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kevin, so what else? You said the next game?
The next game, the Saturday game, I went out Friday night.
Before you answer that, how do you guys like this double Nets pairing and then all of these games against the Warriors? Do you feel
It's like we're not going to play anybody. We're just going to play we're just playing
Yeah.
the Warriors and the Nets, right?
Yeah, it really feels like an exhibition series. Like it's the Globetrotters versus the Generals just for fucking
For like
4
2
games.
weeks. Yeah. I don't like it at all.
We're the Globetrotters?
What?
No, we're right now. Have you watched us play? You didn't wake up at 4 o'clock.
No, the Nets were the Washington Generals.
We're the Generals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But against the Warriors, look at this, dude. 8-point lead.
Caruso spit it
us
in
a
on
Globe-
Steph Curry's head.
Ooh.
Saturday game on Saturday.
Went out Friday night.
Uh-huh.
Stayed out till 1 o'clock in the morning.
Beautiful.
Went to Taco Zone.
Not overrated, but keep going.
Not overrated.
Overrated. Keep
Not
going.
overrated.
Overrated. Keep going.
Got a chorizo quesadilla. Juicy. Delicious. Amazing. Ate that. Had another beer when I got home. Fell asleep. Fell asleep at like 1:30. Woke up at 4. Rough.
Why would you wake
Dude,
up?
I was like, hey, I gotta rep my team. I gotta wake up. I gotta
What were
do
you gonna
this.
say? I'm a big boy. I'm a big dog.
No, I'm a big fan. I was gonna say I'm a big fan. Woke up at 4 to watch the game. I probably watched 30 minutes of the game. None of them were continuous. Just like a minute out, a minute out.
I wish you would have live streamed yourself sleeping for 5 hours. Game is already over.
That would have been
You're
good.
just sleeping.
I kept waking up in weird positions. Like, you know how like normally you sleep with your head on the pillow? I woke up with my feet on the back of the couch, but my face down in the cushion. That was rough for a little while.
Oh my god.
And then went golfing. Drove out with my family. Fell asleep during family time. Took a 2-hour nap during family time.
This is all for your love of the game.
It was rough. That's why I was like, no wonder AD and LeBron aren't playing tonight. I'm barely recovering from watching Saturday's game. I wasn't even in China.
Speaking of recovering and AD, he's got a thumb ripped off.
That's traumatic.
No, the MRIs came back clean. He's fine.
Were you guys worried about that?
No.
I wasn't worried at all.
No?
Did you hear why they had to do the MRI in Los Angeles when they got off the plane?
Is it because the MRI machine in Shenzhen didn't work?
They didn't have one.
Okay.
There was no MRI machine.
I feel like the MRI machine in like arenas is a new invention, and it's such an American invention. Like,
So in Shenzhen they wouldn't
in
have
Shenzhen, they don't have it.
it. Xi Jinping's players don't get hurt.
No, I don't think the Xi Jinping players are making enough money for them to care if they get hurt.
To Xi Jinping, they're like racehorses. I feel like when they get hurt, he just brings them into the back, and then he shoots him right in the back of the head, and then sends them to the glue factory. Was that too far?
That's a little too far.
That's a little too far. We got a free Hong Kong hashtag already in our live stream.
Oh, no.
No, it's good. Why want free Hong Kong?
Yeah. We do.
Also, Sean Way says this is a dope show.
Oh, thanks.
Not
Sean.
unlike Marilyn Manson.
Very much unlike it. much unlike it.
We're all stars now in the dope show.
Okay.
Enos Cantor just tweeted this out. Do you want to hear it?
I want to hear it.
It's about struggle. It's about national pride. And he said, haven't seen my dad or talked to my family for 5 years. Jailed my dad. My siblings can't find jobs. Revoked my passport. International arrest warrant. My family can't leave the country. Got death threats every day. Got attacked, harassed. Tried to kidnap me in Indonesia. Freedom is not free. And he's right. Freedom is not free, LeBron James.
Wow.
You got to work for it.
You got to work for
Can
it
you
every day.
imagine kidnapping a 7-foot-tall athlete?
But it's just in like a canvas bag.
Yeah.
It's like breaking out of
Trying to
it.
stuff up. Yeah, so we're watching this game. Lakers are up, and LeBron is still there. Like, we were talking about him going into halftime. LeBron's there just laughing, having a good time.
He's having fun on the side.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know. I don't think anyone has told him about this, what's going on yet.
I got to admit, I would love to see all of this die and then spend October 22nd probably at Ye Rustic Inn with my boys watching us beat the Clippers. And then just go back on with the season like nothing happened. And then, hopefully Hong Kong makes it. I don't know.
Well, I pray for Hong Kong, and I don't know. I know that they have the list of 4 things that they want out of China, but I hope they get all of those things. But I was hoping that
pray.
I don't pray.
You pray?
I hope.
You get on your knees. You put your hands together.
I certainly hope.
And you say, "Dear Jesus,
no,
please free Hong Kong."
Whatever God is,
Dear Mother Gaia.
whatever. Yeah, God worships over the country of Asia, or continent of Asia.
Okay.
I looked at my phone for 3 seconds. What are you guys talking about?
Dude.
Jesus.
But I hope they get what they want. But I was hoping that LeBron James would just breeze over this, and the NBA would say something that united, or like the NBA and China would have a joint resolution about this, instead of somebody just like calling out inaction about it, which doesn't help anything.
My wife asked, what is everybody's kind of role on the podcast? And I was like, well, Ryan keeps us on track. And I don't know what Alex and I do, but I do know that if we didn't have Ryan to keep us on track, we would fall off the rails pretty quickly.
When he gets distracted, that's when I jump in with my...
Both of us are like, let's burn this shit down.
Okay. What are we talking about? What else? Oh yeah, I do want to talk about.
Do we want to talk about the games?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. So we talked about you guys watching it.
I mean, we woke up at 4 a.m.
I got up just body temperature. I knew it was game time.
Absolutely.
I didn't even set an alarm.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So, yeah. What did you guys say? I'm gonna say something.
Go ahead.
I didn't watch a single one of these games.
I thought you didn't miss out on much.
Yeah, you didn't miss out on much.
We broke Kyrie's face first minute.
Yeah.
Right.
Rondo shoulder into Kyrie. He knows
Yeah.
how the game is played psychologically.
That is the second All-Star's face he's broken in year after year.
Yep.
Didn't he break something in Chris Paul's face? Or did he just punch him in the
He
face?
just punched him.
Well, you know what? He's having out smoke. One of the things they took away, it's not Kakak. It's K-Cock.
It's K-Cock.
K-Cock.
Didn't know that.
Who said
Who
it?
looks good.
All of the announcers. And it's been like 4 different announcers since the beginning.
Because they get a thing when they get the lineup. They get a thing that gives them like a phonetic way to say each player's name.
Like they're from Phoenix?
That's Phoenician.
Is it Phoenician? Because that sounds right.
It is Phoenician.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You ever been to the Venetian?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
You ever been to Venice? I
No.
slept in a train station in Venice, Italy, and this kid just broke dance all night. It was me and my wife. She wasn't my wife at the time. Asleep. They wouldn't let us in the train station. We had to sleep outside of the train station on the steps. And then to stay warm, this other kid was just like all night. He did it for like 8 hours.
Did you take up his technique?
I didn't. I just watched and enjoyed. I threw quarters at him all night.
That's nice.
I didn't throw any quarters, but it was fun.
Well, the games were a hell of a game. When
sucked.
when LeBron played and Anthony Davis played, I felt hyped.
When our stars played,
Yeah.
we have a good squad going. I'm a little afraid of who's going to start, who's going to run, like A squad, B squad, and obviously openers and closers. Like, how are we going to do that?
I was a little wary whenever Avery Bradley was on the court.
Oh, yeah.
He just doesn't seem in control and like he's looking to score. And
I didn't watch the game, and I was wary about Avery Bradley being on the floor.
Well, after we watched it, we were both very wary that there was a serious problem.
Yeah.
I do not see him being a starter.
Well, he doesn't look like he can make a shot.
No.
Like he made like 2 pull-up jumpers, and that was all of the points that he scored.
Do you have
in
a
that
starting
game.
5 in your head?
Yeah, I have a starting 5 in my head.
Can I hear it?
Yeah, it's LeBron at the 1.
Okay.
Kyle Kuzma at the 2.
Okay.
Danny Green at the 3, and you can switch those up.
Okay.
But those are like front court and then small forward.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Davis at the 4, JaVale McGee at the 5.
That's my exact same starting 5.
It just makes sense because it's like all of those players are very skilled players, and they can guard across positions. It's like how the 76ers are big, but nobody's like wondering how they're going to match up against other smaller teams. Like, we have enough versatility in that lineup that Kyle Kuzma can guard like a 1 or a 2.
Yeah.
Danny Green can guard a 1, and then they can just switch off on offense and defense.
Do you have a first sub?
I think that Alex Caruso has to be our first sub.
Has Quinn Cook played at all?
No. So that's the thing. There's a couple guys that are on the bench that we haven't gotten to see how they play at all. Like, we don't know what Quinn Cook looks like. We don't know what Kuzma looks like if his foot is recovering.
Quinn Cook has a sore left calf. Keep going.
That'll get to you.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You ever have like a pain, like a bruise, and to make it feel better, you just drive your thumb into it?
Yeah.
It's just like, it hurts so bad, it feels great.
Uh-huh.
So Quinn Cook, who else haven't we seen? Kuzma we haven't seen.
We
want to see less of Bradley. We want to see less of KCP.
Yeah.
I want to see more of Troy Daniels, but he's hurt.
Troy Daniels is hurt. So we had him in the first game.
Yeah,
and he looked great.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of guys like AD and LeBron are going to be so overwhelming that just a couple of guys that nobody notices kind of hanging out on the side will be great, and they'll be able to help the team, which is kind of the role that I was hoping that Alex Caruso would take. The only problem with him is from what we saw in China, he doesn't have a shot.
His shot is busted.
I mean, he had a better shot last year, I remember, but I don't remember it being great.
He played well the first game. He just had those like bad turnovers to close out the game, which I think everybody like casted a sore spot in his game for everybody. Like, and I think it transitioned to the second game because he's already sleep deprived and in like another country.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he played worse the second game because he was in his own head.
Plus, he's finally back in. This is the first time he's been in his new apartment out of his mom's basement. And you know, it's already tough to get sleep. You were sleeping in China. You're sleeping on a plane. You're sleeping in a new apartment. Yeah, it's rough.
It's rough.
It's going through a rough time.
It also looked like Demetrius Jackson just got hurt too. So,
well, he got that clean block, and they put it as a foul because they just don't think that he can jump. And that boy can jump.
Very funny. In both games, the announcers kept going, "Man, these South Bay Lakers are going to be really good."
Did they really say it?
I heard it like 3 times.
Yeah.
But I think we have a good bench unit too because Dwight Howard's coming off the bench. You know, he's going to have good, solid minutes. He's looked good in this game.
He's looked good in this game. His defense is an issue.
His defense is an issue.
His defense is an issue.
His not his jump look. His jump looks quick, but his movement side to side looks slow.
So I'm not great at breaking down a team, but one of the problems it seems like we have obviously is that everybody just stands underneath the basket, and we can't make baskets, and we can't pass it to the outside to make 3-pointers because nobody can make a 3-pointer.
Yeah, I think it's
so. What do we do there?
I think it's because we don't have any shooters out right now.
That'll be fine when we get Troy?
No, but with the way that we're playing these lineups with the G League squad is K-Cox playing the small forward role, and Anthony Davis will be playing the small forward role out towards the 3-point line, but since K-Cox doesn't have a jumper, he's playing more towards the basket, around the dunker position, which is baseline to baseline, then Anthony Davis will be in the future.
Okay.
The thing that's nice about the lineup that we have is we have 2 people that can play the pick and roll and then 1 person that can play the dunker position, but Anthony Davis can pick and pop. So it creates such a bigger floor for LeBron or whoever's a point guard to work with.
So nuts and bolts, man, baby.
I was going to let you say it. That's your creation.
That's our secret weapon.
That's what I'm looking forward to is just the versatility of our lineup. In this season.
You know what's really crazy is that LeVar Ball still has season tickets.
Does he?
He's right there.
Is he?
No, he's not.
Oh, okay. You trolled me.
That guy hates his kids so much. He just wanted the season tickets.
David Stockton just dropped a pass that was right in his hands. Do you guys remember when the AD injury was supposed to be just like Drew Brees' thumb injury? Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, after the day after it happened, there was a guy who said sources say that the Lakers management is worried this is going to be the same injury as Drew Brees' current injury.
That's crazy.
It just came back today that it's fine.
It's fine. No, it seemed fine. He didn't seem too stressed by it. When it happened.
I mean, I got a little worried because it's just this dude is Mr. Glass, and it's every year it's something.
Is he
That's
Mr.
fake.
Glass?
That's fake news. He's not Mr. Glass.
Oh!
His game.
Can we hear your Trump impression?
The fake news. That's a little
Beatles impression.
That's a little.
That sounds like John Lennon. It's the fake news.
I do agree. Trump is trying to sound like a Beatle to sound more sophisticated. English people sound sophisticated.
The fake news. Yeah. So I mean, are you worried about AD getting hurt? I mean, early.
I'm worried about anybody getting hurt. There's no depth. We need nobody to get hurt.
We're just talking about the versatility.
So this is
that only counts when those 2 are on the floor.
So this is the past year because last year he was out with He wanted to get traded to the Los Angeles Lakers pretty badly. But before that,
Crazy disease.
it's a bad disease.
I had it for a little
Actually,
while.
it's a pretty good disease.
I had it for a little while. Fourth grade.
What team were you on before that?
The Canyon Crest Coyotes.
Oh, and you want to get traded to the Lakers?
They wouldn't do it.
Nice alliteration there.
They wouldn't do it.
So the 2017-18 season, he played 75 games. 16-17 season, he played 75 games. Do you want to guess how many in the 15-16 season?
62.
61.
Oh!
That's how many wins I predicted this year.
And then 68 games. It's like, and then last year he played 56 games. Like, if you want to talk about him being like a injury prone, like I think every player who's coming out of college at 19 because their body isn't developed is pretty injury prone. Like prone, because they're like 19 and they're playing against 34-year-olds.
Yeah,
they're gangly little bastards.
Yeah.
Anything else you guys want to say about LeBron?
People are really coming at him with this more than an athlete.
And we're gonna.
Is it going on more? I haven't checked Twitter.
Well, people are going after him about the more than athlete thing, and just going after him about all the things he said in the past.
What do you think? He comes back and he's like, "Then if you live in America, don't buy my shoes." There's 10 times as many people in China.
No, because he was also promoting his shoes today. Like, he gave out 800 shoes to the I Promise school and then tweeted it out that he was giving away shoes. And then he tweeted out this random guy who had like the more than athlete socks and his shoes on at the same time. So he's very much playing the financial game. How do you want to see this resolved, Ryan?
I mean, how do I want it to see resolved? Is that every player says fuck the Chinese government
and nobody loses money.
No,
it's $4 billion.
Yeah, no, I want them to lose some money.
A lot of money.
No, well, that would be a consequence of it, because what I want is for them to say fuck the Chinese government and free Hong Kong. But that's not going to happen. LeBron is going to put out another political tweet, a political statement. I don't see a single player coming out against China.
Yeah. I think with the backlash that we see against LeBron right now, I don't think any player comes out and tries to comment on it.
Another thing is that
it's just such a minefield for the players.
Sure, yeah. I feel like LeBron is the only player, coach, somebody who has directly gone against the Morey.
Yeah.
Right?
Even
everyone has said, well, Morey is entitled, and I'm glad he expressed himself.
Yeah.
But LeBron straight up said he shouldn't have done that. He was misinformed. And he fucked up, right?
As far as I know.
I don't know. So I think I mean, he just put himself in a bad taste with the other players too. So I mean, LeBron just dove off a fucking cliff with this whole thing.
You think they're gonna come harder at him this year?
Who is gonna come out?
The other players?
No, I was just saying that it's like you were saying, it's a minefield, and LeBron just set down a few more mines.
Oh, he stepped in every single one of them.
He stepped in it. He stepped in mines while placing his own mines as well.
Yeah, and also
he's a personification of that Simpsons gif of
stepping in the rakes,
of Sideshow Bob stepping on the rakes.
Yeah. It also is very frustrating that he came out against it so hard, because it also gives China more power in the fact that they have this dominion over Hong Kong, which is still something that's being discussed politically.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem like him giving them more ammunition to say that this was wrong and that Daryl Morey was misinformed with his Hong Kong tweets. That diminishes the value of the Hong Kong action.
It's insulting to Daryl Morey. He's an MIT graduate.
Yeah.
And he knows politics. He wasn't misinformed.
Yeah.
He's not uneducated.
No.
Is it just me, or are these benches gigantic?
What are you talking about?
There's so many people on the bench. I know that they're running with the G League squad and the A squad, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they ballooned the roster up to 20.
God, Anthony Davis looks good in purple. I'm going to say it. He looks fantastic in Laker purple.
Why is DeMarcus Cousins dressed?
Is he? I didn't see him.
He's in full regalia.
This goes back to Alex's conspiracy.
Absolutely.
In the last game, it still says right knee rehab. What is that? That's what it says, right? Right knee rehab?
We might, right knee rehab.
Yeah.
We might be seeing him middle of the year.
There's my lady right there, Yuri.
So. Yuri, baby.
Coming right off the side.
February?
Yep, February.
All right. Anything else? LeBron? Nadine?
I think we covered it. There's going to be a lot going on.
All I got to say is, Russia, if you're listening,
oh my God,
take KCP. Take KCP away from us.
I don't like this at all.
That's good.
If you're out there, take KCP. Right?
I'd trade KCP for
the best
the
player
CBA.
in Russia.
No, to the CBA for this Hong Kong situation to get.
There we go.
resolved.
They get Casey. What do we get?
We get the Hong Kong situation resolved.
Oh,
We
I'd
get
like
the NBA back in China.
I'd like a player in return. But okay.
You don't need to be greedy with this. We get KCP off the books. They absorb the $8 million that we're paying him.
We got another comment. It says hashtag Morey knows best.
Who's this?
From Brett, is a buddy of mine.
Nice.
Brett said, and I think he meant to say Jabroni Lames instead of LeBron James.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty good.
Jabron Lames.
Jabron Lames is good, but Jabroni Lames, I like that.
Oh, that's good too.
I like Jabroni Lames. All right. Anything else, fellas?
Did you see the end of Ballers?
I don't watch Ballers.
Okay. You're missing out. What are you missing out on? Absolutely nothing. But it was fun. But it was weird.
Oh, the end of Succession was great.
End of Succession was great.
This is not the big dog.
You gotta get the war. You gotta get the war room. You
We're
gotta
not
get that
here-
war room.
Get that
into
war room.
LeBron's room
Uh-huh.
to come up with a better statement.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Make sure to like and subscribe on YouTube and comment on the.
No, do that on Apple Podcasts. Do it on Spotify.
Apple Podcasts app.
Yeah, put a rating down.
Put a rating down. If
5 stars.
5 stars, if you leave a comment, Alex will Venmo you $1. If you leave a comment that also includes condemnation of the Chinese government,
I'll match that $1.
Kevin will give you an extra $1. You get $2.
Did we have anybody denounce
don't think
China
so.
last
Oh
week?
yeah, we didn't check.
I didn't check. You also have to Venmo me because I'm not going to find you on Venmo to give you $1. That seems
There you go.
Request your $1 from Alex.
Yeah.
Do you want to give your Venmo? Do we want to put that on the pod?
You can find me on Instagram or Twitter at AlexHannah_.
You don't want to give your Venmo.
I don't want to give my Venmo.
What if people just start randomly sending you $?
That's not going to happen.
You never know.
I don't. I already know.
I already know it won't
Does
happen.
Spotify give you a thing to comment or rate or something?
You know what? I don't have Spotify.
So.
Yeah.
Is that weird?
Well, I'll check and I'll report back.
Which one's for rich people? Because I got to get that one.
Which one's for rich people?
I don't whatever the
title.
Title sucks.
Email us at
bigdoglakerpod@gmail.com. You know why the S is missing.
if you know anybody who likes the Lakers, make sure to get some good word of mouth out there. That's a better way to get this podcast a rolling. If you see somebody on the street with like a Laker license plate holder, make sure to run them down like the T-1000 in Terminator 2 with your liquid metal sharp hands and just climb up onto their car and just let them know about the pod.
Yeah, give them like your cell phone. Make your hand turn from aluminum, from stretched aluminum to form a cell phone, and then show them where you can rate and subscribe to the podcast on Apple iTunes.
Yes. And I think that's it, right, fellas?
I think that's it. I think we covered a lot of ground today.
What are you fellas doing after this?
I'm a little hungry, but I don't know.
Do
we have another pod before the opening
Yeah,
night?
we're gonna be here next Monday. We'll have one last pod. We'll talk about what our predictions.
Yeah.
We'll get in depth.
Oh,
and hopefully
we'll have to
LeBron
guess the first. We'll have to guess all the
We
games.
have to guess the lines.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to guess the games before the next week.
We will guess the games. Hopefully LeBron will not derail this podcast like he purposefully derailed it today.
I thought it was rude. He knew we were recording it.
Yeah, exactly.
He's seen the things that I'm putting up that we have a live podcast tonight.
Make sure next week tune in. We'll have a pod. It'll come out day of.
Day up.
Day of.
Absolutely.
So, make sure to tune in next week.
We'll have a bar that we're probably going to watch the game at if you want to come visit us.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably only choice between 2 bars, really.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
Probably.
You want to guess which 2 I'm thinking?
E-Rustic.
And?
The
You know
Holloway?
what I'm talking about.
I don't know.
No, I wasn't thinking the Holloway.
The Holloway will probably play it.
He'll probably play it.
Yeah.
Not Public House.
I was thinking Crawford's.
Oh, I love Crawford's.
Love some good chicken.
Yeah, I don't know how busy it's going to be.
Yeah, that'll be super
That's
busy.
fair.
All right. Thank you very much for listening. Bye, everybody.
Bye.